Welcome to a special episode of Nathan Builds Robots. Today we're at Formnext in Frankfurt, Germany, and Creality is nice enough to have us over at their booth, and we have Fred, the CEO or co-founder of Creality, and William, who's the overseas manager. So thank you for having me today.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So we're just going to ask some general questions about Creality, and then we're going to go check out some of their latest products. First off, you have a new lineup of 3D printers. You've got the Creality K1 and then the Ender 3 V3 in a bunch of different variants. What prompted you to develop those printers?
Our philosophy, or maybe it's our mission, it is that we would like to let more people that really love 3D printing and also they can benefit from 3D technology. So all these years that we are listening to the voice of our users, also we are answering on the trends of the future.
I know a big focus is on speed, but also ease of use. I've tested out the Ender 3 V3 SE, and I found it was really easy to set up. But the other surprising thing about the new Ender 3 series is they're coming in at a price that kind of undercuts your own products. So you have the Ender 3 V2 and the Ender 3 Pro that are similarly priced, but in my opinion, they're not as good of a deal as your latest offerings. I guess my question is, what's going to happen to those older printers?
Our focus in the future that will definitely be the new printers, including our Ender 3 V3s and K1, K1 Max, Ender 3 V2, X1, X1 Pro. This kind of printer, we will continuously give some technical support. But in the near future, that of course we will put it end of life.
One of the printers that I've really enjoyed using from Creality is the Ender 2 Pro. Do you have any plans to revive that product line and maybe make an updated Ender 2?
Ender 2 Pro 是不是有计划去升级啊？
Obviously, the Ender 2 Pro, it is a good printer. A lot of people like it. It is quite small size, but it can do a lot of modification. Right now, really focusing is really more on faster speed and also AI functions. So we don't have plan to upgrade this Ender 2 Pro. But of course, next year we are going to also launching on the multicolor printer.
This is the first time hearing of a multicolor printer from Creality.
Sure.
What can we expect to see when that comes out, and about what time?
We are working very hard on this one. Especially, we would like to reduce the waste of the filament.
Yeah, I've been interested in multicolor printing for a while.
Yeah.
But I think what's keeping me from doing it is just the complexity. It's kind of difficult to set up, and also the amount of waste when you're switching colors.
Sure.
So if you can find a way to address those issues, I think that would probably make it a lot more of an attractive option to people.
This will be launching, quite soon next year.
We'll have to check back in with that when it comes out. This is something that I get a lot of questions about. Why is there so many different versions of the Ender 3? So for instance, we have the Ender 3 V3 SE, the Ender 3 V3 KE, and the Ender 3 V3, which are all like kind of the same size and similar functionality. Why 3 printers instead of like 1 printer? Maybe just do the one in the middle.
但是不知道产品跟你们
Creality, for this year, we have a large customer base. So we're thinking our users is more than 5 million users. Some are for the personal hobby, some for prototypes. And the 3V3 XE, this is more entry level. So the price is very affordable. We're thinking this is very important for the beginner, the entry level, to keep this one. But also we have this Ender 3 V3 KE. This is equipped with a clipper system. This clipper system that the speed is much faster. It's up to like 500 mm per second. But the price is also very, very attractive. It is only like $279. This will be very good for the entry level, but also people are looking for a little bit better experience and faster speeds.
Right.
So this is the answer for this kind of users. And the 3V3, it is our flagship printer. So this flagship printer have a very good design, and also the speed up to like 600 mm per second. So this is targeting the people looking for the best experience. Besides that one, we are going to also launch this Ender 3V3 Plus. So the build volume it is bigger.
像 Ender 3 V3
For our Ender 3 V3 and also Ender 3 V3 Plus, so it is very suitable for a lot of like a printing farm. When they have more than 10 printer, you can use one PC to control them.
That's one thing I noticed about the K1 and the new Creality print app. Is the networking function is actually really good. With regard to the Ender 3 V3 Plus, is that going to be based on the same Core XZ design like the Ender 3 V3?
Yes, same design as this Ender 3 V3. Yeah.
So Fred, you've been with the company for a very long time. I mean, you helped start it, so how long ago was that?
9 years.
9 years, okay. What did you like most about the early years of Creality?
Creality 我真的最喜欢
Fred just mentioned that for all these years, he thinks that we have this passion for this 3D printing. Our focus is really to make sure there is more and more people start to love 3D printing and also can benefit from this technology. So all the years we will stick on this kind of mission.
I've noticed the level of quality and speed of your printers has gone up a lot. Did that require additional focus on research and development, or what's been the biggest change internally at Creality to improve your products?
这些年来，其实正想
I think one of the most important factors, we are very focusing on technology innovation. We spend a lot of investment on this technology, and also we bring in a lot of talented people. So I think this is one of the key factors. Another key factor is that in order to ensure best experience, we always emphasize delivering the quality. This is why we keep improving on the quality control in order to make sure our users can get the best quality product.
What excites you the most about the future of Creality?
主要是有3大部分吧。
And the first one, it is obviously the technology and also the product. We spend a lot of efforts with our colleagues and also our partners, even other brand or competitor. By doing that, our product can provide the best experience for our users. The second aspect, we think that ecosystem is one important part of our strategy, because by doing the ecosystem, we have our scanner, our laser engraver, our spare part, and also our filament to deliver the best experience of our user. I think the third aspect is the users. Creality got more than 5 million users. So we really would like to see that in the future that this number it is expanding to billion of users using our printer, and also a lot of passion and love for our printer. So this is something Fred and us are very exciting to see.
Obviously, we're here at Formnext 2024 in Frankfurt, Germany. What is your favorite part about coming out to Germany and attending this show?
还是在于3D 打印机的
We are here last year also in 2022. Compared to last year, we see much more application for the technology. We are very excited to see that. Also, we're thinking for our technology that future, the space are huge. We are very confident and very happy to be part of it. We got a lot of users and fans. They come to our booth, they share their feelings. We are extremely excited and happy for that.
One last question before we take a look at some printers. How has Creality had to change its business practices in response to more competition in the field?
就是如何应对这个竞争。
The competition from the market is getting more. We will continue to keep innovated and also follow the trends. And also we will put a lot of investment on the product technology as well as the quality control to continue to lead in the market. And also we will focus a lot more on applications. We are also happy to see more and more players, especially for desktop level. People always thinking it's like a niche market, but as more people that entering here to boost this industry to a more mainstream. One day, really 3D printer can be as a mobile phone. Everyone can have one 3D printer at home or in office. In this case, we're thinking that thanks to other brands, including like Prusan or Bamboos, I think together that really we can bring this 3D technology to even a higher level.
All right, well, thank you for your time, Fred. It was a pleasure talking to you today.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so now we're looking at the new printers from Creality. We've got all the Ender 3 lineup, so let's kind of go over those one at a time. First, we have the Ender 3 SE, which is the entry-level model. MSRP is around $200, and it can be on sale for less than that sometimes. I've already reviewed this one, so just check out my previous video on that if you want to learn more about it. This one I actually haven't seen before today. This is the Ender 3 V3 KE. So this is essentially the clipperized version of the entry-level model.
Sure.
What are kind of the main differences between this and the previous one we looked at?
This is using the clipper system, so the speed is improving dramatically. So you can up to like a 500 mm per second. This is using the linear, this one.
Oh yeah, linear rail.
Yeah,
instead
linear
of...
rail. And also you can improve the quality as well. This one that, is using the touch screen.
This one looks like the K1 screen, except it's rotated 90 degrees. So it's like the interface is a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same. You have the same kind of menus. So overall, looks basically just like a nicer version of the entry-level machine for more advanced users.
Yeah. And also it is also quite easy to assemble as well.
Okay, and that brings us to the last one, and that's the Ender 3 V3. As far as I understand, this was delayed a little bit.
This is our flagship product. It's called Ender 3 V3. It is released actually in September in Munich, when we are doing this new product launch event. We would like to ensure that the quality is 100%. So this is why we didn't launch it, till now. It have what we call the new Core XZ motion system. It is quite creative, and also by using the clipper system, it can up to like 600 mm per second. This is using the integrated die casting. And also another key feature, this one, we can do what we call the group controlling by linking into the Wi-Fi, and also you can control the multiple printer. So it is extremely useful for a lot of printing form. Yeah.
It looks like it's printing really well here, so I'd be excited to see how these turn out when you get them shipped out to customers. So what's this about? It's got a red paint job and a logo on there.
This is the product that we cooperate for FC Bayern Munich. The difference between our normal K1 and this one, it is basically the color. So this one, it is the color of the FC Bayern. So a lot of people, they love the football, and also they love the 3D printing. So this is how we choose to work together. When we're launching this one, that there are also some upgrading when compared to K1. We were going to name it called K1C. K1C, that we have this AI camera, and also we have the air filtering will be upgraded.
I know there was some issues with the extruder, like in the initial launch of the K1, and there's been some revisions to kind of correct for that. So you're saying there's going to be a new extruder design on there, or how is it going to be different than the existing one?
Before there's like a two part together, but in the future will be the one body one.
So instead of having the extruder and then the heat sink and then the hot end, it'll kind of be the extruder and heat sink combined together, or?
Yeah, the internal part, there is one body part, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
That makes me want to open this one up and take it apart, but I understand that you have to show it here, so
yeah.
Maybe we'll do that later. Okay, and the last thing you want to show us is this Creality Falcon 2 Pro.
Yeah.
Now this has some really welcomed additions.
Sure.
I think that laser safety and precautions are really important.
Yeah, definitely. So this is designed for enclosed laser engraver. Already passed the certificate of SGX. So as you might see that, this is one when you open this one, yeah. It takes give the auto detection to stop, and then you can resume by just putting the one button. Okay. So this is for the safety, but also there's some other small features. For example, like this kind of color, it is extremely useful for how you to protect the light. Right. To shining on your eyes. For the other brand, they are using the flip the tie.
Right, the fold up.
Yeah. This is a very our own patents of the design. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think this is a really nice design because it looks really slick, and this part's flexible. At first, I'll be honest, I wasn't excited to talk about lasers because, in general, I kind of shy away from that on my channel, just because of the risks with an unenclosed laser. Yeah. You know that bright light can damage your eyes.
Yeah. So actually, in Europe, that before is already a lot of our partners and users. They love the laser engraver. They believe that the market will be huge, but the only things that stopping us is this kind of enclosure. So especially like for educations, that the kids, they are more cautious about this kind of cover. We have a very confident that it's going to entering a lot of industry. Also, is very useful for the hobby to use it. So because also we have other small features, a very nice one. So all this kind of waste and dust come to this part, and then you can come back. And besides this one, for this air filtering one.
Is that to filter air? Or?
Yeah, filter air, vacuum, yeah.
All right, well, thanks for showing us all your new products here today.
Okay.
William, it was a pleasure talking to you,
Okay,
and
thank you.
I'll see you around.
Okay, see you then.